Welcome back, people. It is episode 18 of season 6 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We got a fair amount of things to get into today. Before we do, like, follow, subscribe, share with a friend. We got Cali Mike in full effect today. We got some strange and unusual topics to discuss about NFL reporters and playlists. We have a betting scandal in college football. We also have executives in the NBA laundering money. Fun things. NBA playoff talk, NHL playoff talk. The White Sox are on an absolute burner right now. And our NFL draft review. It's the Taxi Squad podcast.
Come on, everybody, celebrate. The Taxi Squad is here today. So lose the blues, kick back and relax for now. They talk about sports and stupid stuff. They're probably wrong and it might get rough. So welcome back. It's the Taxi Squad. Yeah.
Michael.
Hey, it's Pikel.
What's up, Pikel?
Welcome back to the Vincent Pikel show.
Dude, so I sent you this already, but I want the people to know. I might have a new talent.
What's your new talent, Vince?
I might be a doodler.
You're a doodler?
I've been doodling recently, and I'm pretty
You're
good.
a doodler.
Everybody look at my doodles.
Dude, look at you. Okay, so we got Snoopy.
No,
and then
that's
we got,
Pluto, brother.
Oh, that's Pluto.
This is an unnamed shark.
That's Shark.
That's Patrick Starr. That's Curious
Good.
George. And then his name is Pizza Steve. He's in some show that I don't watch, but I thought he looked cool.
Dude, is Pizza Steve our mascot?
He might be. He looks like a certified chiller, Pizza Steve.
Pizza Steve is a Cali pizza, dude.
Pizza Steve is from he's from Uncle Grandpa.
Okay, Pizza Steve. I like Pizza Steve.
I also
unfortunately can't steal Pizza Steve.
For the people that follow us on Instagram that know we're releasing late today, this picture of Mike is truly incredible, honestly. Like here, I'm just gonna screen share it for the people at home.
You're such a
It's so funny. And the reactions were so funny. It's like, oh, I should probably take my text out of here. Let's get rid of that.
Oh yeah, they want to know who you send
all the
your nudes
hoes.
to.
Yeah, I don't do that.
All the fellas.
I put stereotypical Cali boy into ChatGPT Tizzle last night to announce this, and Mike, you look cool as a Cali boy.
I just like how the microphone's hovering. There's so much going on in this photo. I have tattoos.
You have hella tats.
Hella tats, very Cali based, a lot of chains. I kind of feel like I look like Riff Raff a little bit,
but like way chiller than Riff Raff. You don't look less smacked out.
I'm a chiller Riff Raff. I wish I had a grill. You know, that would be the only thing that I could make this cooler. My brother told me that I wish I was that cool, but I was like, if that guy's cool, then I'm mutant. So
he does look like he would be the worst to talk to, but he does look chill, which is cool.
He definitely looks like a guy who's like grooming a girl who's 17 and going to seriously date her at the age of 18.
He's White Drake. He's White Drake for sure. In that picture, he's White Drake.
Yeah, he's like totally courting Millie Bobby Brown's.
He's looking for his Robert. He's looking for his Millie Robert Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Or his Diana Rossini. Potentially.
Ooh, segue. Let's get right into it, huh? We got another one.
So this is the story.
Will not put itself to bed, Mike. I swear
it cannot go away. It cannot go away. So the Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini saga does in fact continue, ladies and gentlemen. And if you didn't think it could get worse, there's pictures of them at the resort, as we know. Then there's pictures of them together about 5 years later, 6 years ago at a dive bar, kissing. And then there's pictures of them, which could be AI generated at a casino. Then there's now
there's hirings, there's firings, there's Vrabel leaving day 2 or day 3 or whatever for therapy in Salt Lake City, and
which you might as well just said, I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
We know they're guilty now. It's no question.
They're banging. They be banging. And then there's some speculation that potentially Diana Rossini's son, Michael, her firstborn, the lining of it of
The
New Year's
timeline
Eve to when the
works.
kid was born, not allegedly. It could be Mike Vrabel's kid.
It is allegedly.
Allegedly, it could be Mike.
Yeah,
Vrabel's
you said
kid.
not
Now, if
allegedly. I was like, definitely allegedly.
allegedly, I would say that if I'm the husband of Diana Rossini, soon to be ex-husband, I would definitely go full blown Maury on this and figure out who that father is.
Yeah.
But in between, they should do some more research on their music taste because
Buddy.
during a 4-game losing streak back in 2021, I believe, Diana Rossini started a group playlist with Mr. Mike himself and just has the most odd collection of songs
It's
you've
bad.
ever seen.
Is what it is.
Bad. There's like, it's all over the board.
He went robot mode. Okay, we're good. You're back. It is bad. It's to give some people that are listening, because majority of our listeners are on streaming apps. This includes "House Party" by Sam Hunt, very famous song from 2011. "Pump It Louder," the Tiesto mix of the Black Eyed Peas song. "Raise Your Glass" by Pink. "Bass Down Low" by Dev. "Last Resort," Papa Roach, "Welcome to the Jungle." "Photograph," Def Leppard. "Renegade," the Steelers song, is on there as well. Listen, man. I don't know. If someone sent me this, I would continue my losing streak, which is unfortunate because I'd be like, look, I'm not. If I'm losing and then someone calls me and they're like, "So raise your glass if you are wrong," I would be like, no.
Or I saw Route 94's "My Love" on there, which is an absolute banger of a track, by the way. But
I don't
it
even
just
know that.
pop. Oh, that's a banger. It's an absolute banger. But like, if this is the songs, "My love and my touch up above, raise on the wall to my."
Damn, I don't know that song.
No?
Sounded great though.
I know. Thanks, Vince. I appreciate you. I would simply say if this is the music that they were banging to, it's just a very odd list of
I don't
songs
think
to be
so.
banging to,
Dude, I just couldn't be like, "Pump it louder." He's just going hard.
Just like, or "House Party" or Papa Roach.
I'm at
like,
a house party. Like, that would be instant B killer, I'll tell you.
Vince, do you put on the music in the intimate times? Do you go
I
music
do.
during
Not
the
to give too much into my personal life, but I'm definitely a music on type of guy. Set the
music on type of guy. Yeah.
I always ask first. I'm like, "You cool with a little music? You set the mood?" Yeah.
Cool with a little music, and then you put on Papa Roach, and then you're like, "We're gonna tear this place apart." just maybe Rossini's into a little choking play. Maybe that's her.
I'll
thing.
put on "Give It Up to Me." I know. Or like
maybe a little Tevin Campbell, little
Tevin
Tevin
stuff. Yeah, some smooth stuff.
Get some smooth stuff. Get some Key Sweat going in this.
Half of Frank Ocean's "Blonde" I can't even listen to anymore without bringing back wonderful memories. So.
Oh yeah, you think of her when you listen to it.
Love is love, Mike. It is what it is.
You think of water slides and water parks. And
calm down. Calm down. Chill. That being said, I'm just waiting for next week when there's another update on the story, because every single story like this dies in a week and a half, 2 weeks. This has been going on for a month and a half, and every single week there's something new. They cannot put it to bed if they wanted to. Vrabel out shopping for his wife and then figuring out that Diana Rossini has the exact same outfit. There's just so much shit that people are diving into. It's become a national story. She's probably unhireable, and he's, going to coach next year, because that's how that cookie crumbles. Fortunately or unfortunately.
She may be wise to look at reality television.
Yeah, or like I imagine her getting hired by like Barstool Sports or something like that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I could see it. Like, Dave Portnoy is a total cuck for anything Patriots. So you'd be like, come on.
Well, that, and also like it's not like a traditional media source that they don't have to operate by the same standards that a Fox or an ESPN or The Athletic would have to. So
that's fair. That's a fair statement. Yeah, this is the story that seemingly just will not die. Yeah,
actually, Fox Never mind.
Say
Joy
that
Taylor.
again?
I said actually Fox, never mind. Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor. So they go by that too.
I mean, yeah, never. I mean, it's a goofy one. There's no doubt about it.
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing. I mean, I think Mr. Vrabel is guilty. I'm surprised.
I'm talking about the Joy Taylor situation. The alleged.
Oh, that's over.
Situation.
That's over.
Right, but that did happen.
Oh, what happens first? Ooh, this is a good one. Vrabel steps down as head coach of the Patriots.
Nope.
Or Joy Taylor gets an OnlyFans.
I think Vrabel will probably not step down. He'll probably get fired.
You think he's gonna get fired? You think Robert Kraft?
No, not over this. I just don't think she's ever gonna start an OnlyFans. She's gonna start a gossip podcast, maybe with Diana Orsini, and they'll go to the moon. They'll go to the moon.
Podcast name NFL Whores.
No, that's it.
The NFL Whores.
No, it'll be like our truth, and you'll be like, everybody chastises us, but we're stronger. It'll be like that.
We're so stronger together than apart, and we touch the peen in different parts.
You
of our
bring
careers.
the joy, I bring the Diana. That's their tagline. I did marketing.
All right. Well, Vince, there is more. There is more nefarious things going on.
Is it like a Sorsby Toppet for this guy? You think?
It's a Sorsby Toppet. Yeah. So Brennan Sorsby played last year at Cincinnati. Was going to transfer to Texas Tech, but that doesn't seem going to happen because the NCAA has now banned him for life from playing college football.
I didn't know it was for life.
They have banned him for life. Thank God he was going into his last year of eligibility, because now there's some interesting things about this story, which we will touch on. But I would like to say that Sorsby said he's going to an outpatient program for a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Sources have reviewed his betting data on FanDuel and other.
Yeah, I was going to say, explain. He got banned because he was betting on games.
He was betting on games that he was playing in, and he was betting on games that, that
he wasn't
was
playing.
Also a part
he
of.
was betting on everything.
he had a problem. Yeah. So the betting data told that dating back to 2022, Brennan Sorsby placed more than $10,000 in wagers at one point, averaged 20 bets per day. Sorsby placed bets across multiple states using a range of gambling apps. He would, at certain points, they found data that he was actually betting balls and strikes for the Cincinnati Reds baseball games.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's how you know you got a scotch of an issue, kids. Come on. Now, he does still have hope. He was slated to potentially be a first-round draft pick in 2027, even though that is a hell of a QB class. Now, there is this thing called a Rule 5/amateur draft, similar like baseball Rule 5 draft, where you can be drafted by an NFL team in a different capacity, like how Steve Young was drafted, which is like
I would say he might have to Kurt Warner this thing. I don't know if the NFL is going to want him until he proves that he's not going to.
You go through the outpatient program, you get yourself off all the gambling apps,
and then you play in the CFL,
or maybe you go play in the CFL. Or I mean, he was slated to be a first round pick. If you're like a Ben Johnson or a coach that needs a QB. So let's look at the Cardinals.
We don't need one. Yeah.
Look at the Cardinals. Let's look at the Jets. Let's look at all these teams on the bubble for a
Arch
QB.
Manning.
Well, yes, but then again, if you can't get Arch Manning, this is your
Trinidad Chambliss. He's going to be like the 7th or 8th quarterback after this. It's just you don't want to invite that in if you're not confident he's going to be that good. So give him to somebody like Shanahan or McVay or O'Connell or something and see if it'll work out that way. It feels a little Johnny Manziel like. It's like, is the bark worth the bite in this situation? And knowing that he had this extent of him doing that, like you don't want to invite that in.
Well, if he bans himself from every casino and states that he's a changed man, I mean,
relapse.
Yeah, but you can like write yourself off of gambling apps, and also you can write yourself out of casinos.
Yeah, there's ways around it, though, Mike. You know
I understand
this.
there's ways around most of everything, but you can physically take yourself away from the situation. So if he
I
comes
hope
in
he
and says, I'm a
does.
changed
I would like to
man,
say I hope he does, but I'm just saying NFL teams aren't going to be like, yeah, jump on that. Like, cautionary tale.
I understand. I'm just saying there's a path for him to still get to the NFL, which is interesting in many, many ways.
Yeah, he's
So
not a
Brennan
freshman. Fair
Sorsby,
enough.
yeah, Brennan Sorsby, we wish you nothing but the best. Just stay away from Diana Rossini, if you know what I mean. Now,
Hey, he's not a sex addict.
yeah, as far as we know,
All right.
there are more strange and unusual topics. Vince.
Yeah,
We
man.
got a
Wild week.
stacked strange and unusual week. A former Atlanta Hawks finance executive was sentenced to more than 3 years in prison after he embezzled approximately $3.7 million from the team, according to Associated Press. Lester T. Jones, such a greasy little name, who pleaded guilty to wire fraud in December, was sentenced to 3 years and 5 months in prison. The 46-year-old was arrested last year after a team-backed audit determined he stole from the Hawks. Jones first joined the team in 2016 and took over as senior VP for finance in 2021. In that role, he was responsible for the company's corporate credit cards and ran the team's reimbursement program. This sounds like that MLB guy who was out spending money at strip clubs and stuff.
Strip club MLB PA head. Sounds very similar.
And I understand Atlanta, like kind of like the strip club capital of the planet.
Yeah, Magic City night. Remember when that was going to happen?
Exactly. The issue came to light after Jones reportedly sent a request to the team's accounting department trying to pay off nearly a $230,000 bill for a stay at the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas. Whoa. Mm-hmm. While the Hawks were in the city around that time for the semifinals of the NBA Cup, there was no actual stay at the Wynn, and the bill Jones was referencing didn't exist. That was part of a years-long operation to steal money from the team, in which he would change financial reports, fake emails, and diverted personal spending to the Hawks operations accounts.
What is it? $5 a piece? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 year, 10 year, 20 mil
What's
there.
Nuts is like, if you're going to be this greasy, be like stay at the Wynn.
Yeah.
But how do you create
Make it smell like gas? Make it smell like gas.
I've stayed at the Wynn, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody. I mean, it's Vegas. You could totally spend $230K. Yeah, but like,
this is the quote from the U.S. Attorney Theodore S. Hertzberg. Jones turned his dream job of a high-ranking executive for the Atlanta Hawks into an opportunity to steal team funds, purchasing luxury apparel, jewelry, watches, and trips for himself. I mean, shit. He spent it when he had it, and now he goes from the Win to the jail cell.
You mean so like the Win to the prison
to the lose?
Well, I mean, let's
you goes from the Win to the lose, dude. Come on, that's better.
Well, yeah, Win to the lose. Yeah, that's a good one. But then again, he's probably going to like a country club type prison.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to
financial
like
fraud jail is different from, the murderers and the predators of the world. Yeah.
Correct. So he'll go to high school, or he'll go to college for a little while and then come back and, start his own finance firm.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Madoff, anybody? Madoff.
Bernie Madoff. All right, Vince, in other news. Vince, are the White Sox good?
Well, we should do an air it out first, Mike. In my home.
Oh, we have an air it out?
Because we do this thing on this show called Air It Out. And the phone number is 312-725-2107. Save it in your phone. Ring it when you're thinking about us. Ring it when you have an opinion. You call, you leave a voicemail, and we play it on the show. And I say that just to say, this is how it works, kids. We got one, and it's somebody that we know, and it's somebody that we love. Let's go into it.
Hey there, guys. It's your buddy Chicago Joe.
Welcome,
Chicago Joe.
Just to give you a little draft recap. I was at the bar with one of my buds, and tossing a few back, and watching the Bears draft, and I look at him and I says, boy, we got a whole lot of big white guys, huh? How about it? But hey, I think it's another A+ off season by the Bears so far. Pretty much going to be the kings of the off season and on season, so look out for that. But anyway, I guess I'll leave you guys with a joke. before I get going here. Sorry to be so brief. But, all right, here it goes. It goes like this. Why did the Mexican guy take anti-anxiety meds? Because of Hispanic attacks. All right, guys, I'll leave you at that. You have a good rest of your week. Keep doing the Lord's work. Frickin' love you guys. And, yeah, Taxi Squad or go fuck yourself, all right? Who gives a shit? Toodaloo.
Taxi Squad or go fuck yourself. Thank you, Chicago Joe.
Hispanic attacks was good.
Hispanic attack is wonderful.
Yes, and also we're not aware of Chicago Joe's demographic information either, so we'll just leave that.
Yeah, I
be.
mean, yeah, that's okay. Hey, it's a harmless joke. It's a
His
harmless
panic
joke.
attacks. It is what it is. Come on.
He does have panic attacks.
I would not agree that
draft.
I would not. No, we'll get into it, but I would also just say that I would not say we're number one in the offseason this year. But I appreciate your input, Chicago Joe.
Chicago Joe, granted, yes, we did select a lot of big Caucasian males. A lot of them have me scratching my head.
I know. We'll get into it. I'm a little bit different than you on that, but I got some
There's
bites.
a lot of things here. There's a lot of things here, and there's a lot of people available that you chose not to touch, and it just kind of makes me want, like I said, scratch my head.
Vrabel could learn something from that, though. A lot of people available, and we chose not to touch them. Oh,
how you doing? Vrabel could learn from that. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll get into more depth. But back to what I was stating, Vince. Are the White Sox good?
No.
Are they fun?
Oh yeah, undeniably so, and they're better than I think we thought. Do I think this prolongs throughout the season? I would say no, but they're going to be better than they were last year. And I say that because they're 7-3 in their last 10, 14-17 right now, third in the division, when everybody expects them to be gutter rats all year. Let me give you a list of teams they're better than right now, Mike. Angels, Astros, Royals, Twins, Red Sox, tied with the last year's AL champion Blue Jays, Phillies, Mets, Rockies, and Giants.
We're better than a lot of teams. That's really
saying
good.
Something. It's not saying nothing.
What's crazy is like the tale of the two divisions right now. We have the NL Central, which is arguably like the best division in baseball.
I don't even know
with
if you
the
can argue
Reds
it.
at 20 wins. Cubs got 19, Cardinals at 18. You got the Brewers at 16, the Pirates at 16 and 16. Like, teams just raking, and their wins above percentage in that division are insane. Meanwhile, it's a tale of an entirely different tape on the AL Central side. We have the Sox, Guardians, Tigers, and they're all basically at 500 minus the White Sox. And then that bottom half of the division,
last place in the NL Central would be first place in the AL Central right now. So
exactly.
Food for thought.
Food for thought. And then also, if you look around the rest of the AL, they're not doing so great. I mean, the Yankees are one of the best this time, but don't count out the Rays either.
I've been seeing a lot of Jizz Chasm clips.
A lot of Chaz Chisholm.
Jizz Chasm?
How about Munetake Murakami?
Yeah.
Munetake Murakami is somebody that if you go to the White Sox and you look at him and you say, how do you lock this guy down for the next, I don't know, ever? Because
if it was a prove it deal, then you proved it already.
He's proven it.
4 weeks in. Yeah.
You go to him and you say 4 years, 125 mil. Who's saying no?
The White Sox, they don't give people over 100 mil. Unfortunately.
He deserves 100 mil. And if he's staying here, you need to give him that.
I agree. This is the Ishbia take over the team now and just hire and sign him forever. I mean, granted, rookie's coming in. He's tied for the league lead in home runs right now. He's on pace to hit 65 this year. I'm jacked for that. They're going to make adjustments, and we'll see how he adjusts to it. The Pico Armstrong argument can go both ways. But all I'm saying is that my rookie of the year bet on him from a month ago is looking pretty nice right now. And I'm thinking about just selling it out right now. calling it a day.
I would hold on to it.
I am.
would
I'm
hold on to it.
gonna. I'm not no quitter, but part of me feels like I should.
I took the White Sox for 70 wins plus, and right now we're on pace to win 70.5.
There you go.
So let's see what we could do. But I mean, hey, granted we drop a pretty tough series against the Nationals. That was unfortunate, but we won the series in AZ, and then we just swept the Angels. So we'll take it. And in walk-off fashion yesterday, which was
Colson.
Great to see. So
It seems like the guys are having more fun, which is cool.
Colson Montgomery, I mean, I give him a lot of credit. He's done a complete 180 on this team. There's no doubt about it. I mean, for a guy that they were worried. Well, no. If you remember, he came up and he was not good, and they sent him back to Arizona.
Right. I'm talking about the last time he came up, he was just raking, and he starts this year, and he's doing the same thing. He's just doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Correct. So you do love to see that from this team right now. We're 5 weeks in the MLB season at this stage of the game. So, the Sox have an opportunity. We're a game and a half out of first place right now in the Central. If you would have told me that, in spring training, I'd say I probably don't believe.
If you would have told me that at the end of April, the Sox are going to be 3 games out, I'd be like, there's a lot of baseball left. But
of course, there's a lot of baseball left.
Give us anything we could cheer for. Yeah.
Give us something to cheer for. Put butts in the seats. Or Vince, you kept saying it.
They're not
going to be good, but they're going to be fun.
And they are. And Davis Martin's been really good this year. Sir Anthony Dominguez, surprisingly, has had some closing opportunities that he's taken in full stride and done it. Fuck it. Why not? Be the surprise team this year, kids. Who cares?
Yeah, let's be the surprise team. How about Drew Romo hitting his first 2 home runs in the same game, one from each side of the plate?
Yeah, dude. Sick.
Where you go? Like, unbelievable.
Come on.
Okay, name another White Sox who was capable of doing that.
Capable of it or has done it?
No, has done it.
Ozzie Guillen did this in the broadcast the other day, and it's like way back in the day. Isn't it like early 1900s?
No, 2021.
Oh, it was catcher, I think, that's done it. It was way back in the day. This happened in 2021, both sides of the plate?
No, just one side of the plate. But
it hit 2 home runs.
First 2 home runs in one game.
It sounds like a Yermin Mercedes fucking stat, but that's not.
It's not.
Give me 2 more seconds. 2021, it's post Moncada coming up. Luis Robert already came up.
The player is bad. Let's put it that way.
It's a bad player. Is he still on the team?
No.
He left, and was he supposed to be bad?
Or he was just like a guy. He was also a catcher.
Sebi Zavala.
Nice plug.
Nice.
So Sebi Zavala was the last player to do this. Now, who was the last White Sox to homer from each side of the plate in one game? Because that also happened.
Isn't that what in 2021?
It's in the last 5 years.
Yoan Moncada?
I think it's close.
Switch?
Infielder.
Infielder, batting. Lurie Garcia. No, he's a lefty.
Yeah, Lurie Garcia was Lurie Garcia.
Sebi did 3 in a game, too. I remember that. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. So, kind of fun little plugs. But, yeah, shout out to Drew Romo. I'm excited.
That's how you know how sick we are, Mike. It's like there's no one should talk about Sebi Zavala in 2026.
I mean, listen, I think they're a fun little team to watch right now, and they might surprise some people in this division.
I'm down. I don't think that's true, but I'm down to watch. See who got sent down?
Who?
Eloy got sent down from the Blue Jays. You see who got injured?
Oh. Luis Robert.
Yep. And everybody in the reactions are like, yeah, man. That's how it goes. He plays well and then he gets injured.
Lower back tightness or some shit I read.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Mets fans were like, oh, he's so good. I'm like, he is. He's going to get injured. Like, it's just going to happen.
He can't stay on the field.
Yeah.
And then when he's not on the field, then he's worthless. And then when he gets back, he'll go up and down. It's just
He'll
like
be
what
slow
you're
to
getting
come
with
up,
him.
and then he'll have a good 2 weeks, and he'll get injured again. It's unfortunate, but that's just the reality of the situation. Unfortunately,
I just want to know when Teal is coming back. That's going to be a big one.
Should be
for us.
soon, right? In the next month.
Yeah, it should be in the next 3 weeks. Did you see that Cubs starter Steele is not gonna be
Justin
back
Steele,
not going to be back until after the All-Star break.
They got some real pitching woes. Whatever's going on with that team, he was out all last year. Cade Horton now, same situation, out the whole year. Justin Steele out for half a year. Seiya Suzuki's carrying the team on his back. If he pitches well, he's the best pitcher in the league. If he pitches poorly, he's the worst pitcher in the league. He's never in the middle. That team is so good, though. And Nico Horner is so good this year that it's just like if they figure out the starting pitching and don't get injured, they're going to be in a good spot.
We talked about Nico last week. He's doing great, but to your point, the pitching they're going to have to score 1 million.
It's not even that they're pitching poorly; it's that they don't have any pitchers. They keep getting injured.
At this stage of the game, just host tryouts, right? I mean, that's the best thing to do.
Maybe Charlie Sheen will be good again.
Charlie Sheen could be great. Hey, bring in the Rocket.
Where's the shot? Or maybe there's a child in the suburbs that goes to a game.
Yeah, maybe there's a Henry Row. Maybe he's out there.
Could be. They might have to.
Could be.
They might have to go. They might have to go for that at some point.
Name the best quote from that movie.
I don't know.
Rookie of the year.
Thing. That's a you thing.
Funky butt loving.
Funky butt loving.
When he's at the doctor and he slaps down on the doctor's nose and he goes, "Oh, funky butt loving." It's like, did he say funky butt loving?
Hey, that's how you just don't swear. Around the league, though, teams off to a hot start. The Yankees, the Red Sox still haven't figured out their woes. The Athletics, led by Nick Kurtz, hell of Kurtz. The Braves seem back in their old ways, and then, as per usual, Dodgers, Padres, top of the NL West. So that's what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, the Braves are in a pretty lousy division. The Phillies are not good. You see the Phillies fired their manager and are bringing in Don Mattingly?
Yes, and then the Red Sox fired their entire staff.
That was a little much for me, but
it was wild. I'm like, everybody?
I like Alex Cora, so that just tells me that they're tanking this year. You might as well get rid of everybody.
It's that, or they're like, listen, something isn't happening, and this is our last-ditch effort, and we'll see what happens. Either they're tanking, or they feel like somebody can come in and change the tide, because they're a good team. They're not a bad team.
Alex Cora brought you the World Series.
He's a cheater.
Won you World Series. Yeah.
Did he win one with them in 2018? Was it 17? Was it him when he was the okay?
Yeah, it was him. It was him, Sale, David Price. It was a very, very good team.
Yeah, it was a good team. But yeah, so a lot of movement. I'll take Venables. I like our boy Willie.
I like Venables as well. I think he's done a very nice job with what's been given to him, and I think he makes guys stretch. And if we get
literally, that's not a terminology thing. It's literally they just
if Noah Schultz can come out, Fetty doesn't look terrible.
Yep.
And who was the starter? Oh man, what was that game on Sunday?
Davis Martin's been on a tear.
Dude, Davis Martin looks great. And then game on, I think it was Sunday.
Jordan Leisure almost gave up the game the other day. I don't know.
Well, hold on. He went like 8.
It was a
Sean
duel.
Burke.
Yeah.
Sean Burke went 7 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, and we couldn't buy a run that game.
Yeah, it was a pitcher's duel to end all pitcher's duels with that entire game. It was unbelievably boring to watch, but I watched a lot of it.
Yeah, at one
sometimes
point
you like that. It's like it's a little masochistic, but you're like, look at how good these guys are throwing right now. They're just tossing the pill.
That's the beautiful thing of the game of baseball, Vince. It's there's many ways to watch it. And yeah,
it's like watching the NFL for a 6-3 game because the defense is playing so well. Like shit like that.
Defense games are fun to watch. There's no doubt about it. There's no
once
doubt
in a blue moon, not all the time.
Well, baseball is wonderful. Boys need to get back to baseball.
Yeah,
we gotta get to a game, Vince. You want to come visit your boy this weekend?
Let's go to Charlotte. Go check
You
out.
want to go to Charlotte?
I'm wearing the hat.
Yeah, dude, Charlotte sucks. I digress.
That's nice. I haven't been. I have
It's
no
not.
opinion.
Yeah. Well, you're not missing much.
I go for LaMelo Ball.
Go for LaMelo Ball, and then you go to Raleigh for a hockey team, which is insane that it's in Raleigh.
That's where the Hurricanes are.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But before we start talking about that, Vince, are the Orlando Magic really good?
Orlando Magic, dude. I think this is an unbelievable matchup. To be honest, the Pistons are good, and the Pistons matching up with the Orlando Magic is like, Goliath is too big to fight David, that kind of thing, but opposite. It's like you have guys on the Pistons, specifically Cade Cunningham, who can kind of get shut down a little bit when you're going against the likes of Jalen Suggs. Mind you, last year, the entire year, the Memphis Grizzlies were led and number one by Desmond Bane. He gets sent over to the Magic. Everybody's like, is that going to work out? Seems to be doing it at the right time. Wendell Carter Jr. is in there playing solid fucking defense. And Paolo Banchero's running the team. 17 for 31 the other day, 6 from 11 from 3, over 50% from 3, 45 points. 3-2 series now. Anything can happen. The Pistons are probably going to win it. But the Magic are out playing their coverage right now, or out kicking their coverage, or however you want to say it. I like them. And I think the Pistons, if they played, like I was talking to my brother about this, if they played the Knicks, they might actually play them better, and they might actually close it up quicker, because the Cade versus Jalen Brunson is a much different situation than a Jalen Suggs versus Cade Cunningham. So we'll see. Okay. I think the Pistons close it out, but it's a fickle little beast.
And we'll know more after today, Thursday, when you hear this Friday. We'll have a better idea of that. It could be a tied series.
Well, yeah. Detroit. I mean, the game is tomorrow, so this will be out before that happens. But regardless, today we got the Knicks Hawks 3-2. We got the Celtics 76ers 3-2, and the Nuggets Timberwolves 3-2. For all the things being said about the NBA playoffs, the majority of the matchups are 3-2 matchups right now, and that rocks.
Except the Lakers, they dropped one last night.
I want to talk about that. That doesn't make a lick of fucking sense, dude. Especially the beginning of this series. It's just been like, LeBron is just 24 again. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Peptides, Vince. I think it's peptides. It's the peptides.
All of that's fine, regardless of what you're taking. If you're at 41, maybe 42 at this point, and he's playing at the level that he's playing at, it's insane. It is insane. Like, he threw an alley-oop to his son. That was kind of cool. Yeah, even though his son shouldn't even be really fucking playing right now. Who are you going to play? You're waiting for Austin Reeves to get back. You're waiting for Luka to get back. They'll both be back next go around, supposedly in the next round. And then the Rockets were like, oh shit, we might lose this series. We should probably start playing. Oh yeah, we have Kevin Durant on our team, and oh yeah, we went either one round away or we went to the Western Conference Finals last year. Let's start acting like it. And now they're playing them. So there's a argument about LeBron not having enough gas at his age, which would make a lot of sense. And there's no talent on that Lakers team outside of the two guys that are injured right now. It was just LeBron and DeAndre Ayton just eating for the first 3 games of the series.
Well, Vince, I hate to say it. I really haven't watched much of the first round.
Oh, I have, as you can tell.
Of course. Vince is like all in on this. I will say it's impressive to see what LeBron is doing at 41 years old.
With nobody on his team.
Leading this series with nobody on the team, no Luka. Luka probably won't be back this playoff series, considering.
He'll be back next round, they said. They said the stem cell worked and all that.
I just want my prophecy of the Rockets to be real, because I think the Rockets are legitimate and they have the horses to.
They went down 3-0, though. They have to win 4 games in a row.
That's tough, but they have KD, and it's been done with KD.
Yeah.
So you got to try and see what you could do. Although I feel like KD, it's time for him just to maybe even hang it up. He just doesn't seem very motivated.
He doesn't seem very motivated.
Yeah, he doesn't seem interested. It seems like a guy who's made his money and it seems like a guy who's just like content. I will say what's more surprising about this is that the 76ers are hanging with the Celtics as long
I
as they
love
have.
it. I
Paul
love
George is good at basketball.
Well,
in case
dude, so
anybody didn't know.
it was, I think we recorded last week and it was like game 1 and it was Maxey and Edgecombe. Oh shit, this is crazy. They go, what, 2 games?
Yeah.
The Celtics win game 3 or whatever, so it's 2-1. And Joel Embiid comes back. He looks good. He's playing within the team structure. Edgecombe's kind of getting pushed to the side a little bit. That's fine. Andre Drummond's playing his ass off out of nowhere. You're like, how old do you think Andre Drummond is, Mike?
38.
32.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
He's not even, in my brain, Andre Drummond's been in the NBA for 15.
I was about to say, Andre Drummond's been in the NBA since I've been 12. I don't know how this works.
32. He's literally the same age as you.
No, he's 2 years older than, or 2 years younger than me.
Younger than
actually.
you. Yeah, there you go. That's
Yeah,
I gave you 2
Appreciate
years.
that.
You're welcome. You're fucking welcome.
Appreciate
dude.
that, man.
You didn't have
Appreciate
to say
that,
it.
man.
Either way, like this is the same thing with the Pistons series. The Celtics are going to win the series. You can't expect them to not be able to shoot the way, like if you have a game where Peyton Pritchard shoots 60% from 3, that's going to be a problem for them with Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. I did have the same conversation with my brother. We do just NBA talk-throughs like almost every day now. And Jason Tatum is actually kind of a nerf on Jaylen Brown a little bit. Because Jaylen Brown can't run the offense. He's been doing it all year.
There's one basketball, Vince.
Right.
There's one basketball.
And they were playing a
that's the
different type
problem.
of basketball. And don't get me wrong, they've won a championship. They compete for this. They need both of them to win the whole thing. But Jaylen Brown's been playing worse since Jason Tatum got back. That's just the truth of it. Again, they're not going to lose to the 76ers, but I think this shows more than anything that a team can beat them.
Oh, for sure. A team in theory can beat them. If they play the Knicks, which it's looking like they'll play the Knicks. The Knicks have come back in this series for sure.
I don't even know if that's the next matchup. Wouldn't it be like if the Raptors beat the Cavs? That would be the
No,
I don't know.
the next matchup. Okay, so whoever wins
I don't
the
think
Orlando
it's
series,
I don't think
will
it's
play the
bracket,
winner.
right? It's 1-8,
Yes.
and then it's seed.
I'm looking at the bracket right now, babe.
I don't think it's a bracket though. They put it in a bracket format, but I think it goes like 2 seed versus 7 seed, or whoever's the lowest seed plays the hardest team.
Well, then this is confusing as shit because it's showing whoever wins one game. I'm looking at it on the Googles.
You could
Okay.
you could be right. You very well could be
I think
right.
I'm right, Vince. I think I'm right.
I don't think you are.
Well, then
wait, hold on.
Google's wrong, and that's
Yeah.
bullshit. Because Google should be correct all the time.
Let's see here. Oh, they do use fixed bracket system. That's
See?
unfair. That's really
Yeah, Vince,
unfair.
You don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
I just learned today, and I am man enough to admit it.
Fucking leave it to the NBA guy to not know. I digress.
Oh, I
The
care about the
Celtics
teams,
could-
Mike. Who's your favorite player on the Atlanta Hawks right now, Mike?
That guy.
Yeah,
Anyways,
bitch.
but I do believe that the conference semifinals is going to be Boston and New York. It's leaning that way. Let's put it that way.
You imagine.
Detroit could surprise some people, but what? They don't have Jaden Ivey back, right?
Jaden,
Oh God,
are you
sorry.
being honest? I was like, dude.
Oh man,
No, and neither do the Bulls, and neither does anybody in the NBA because that motherfucker.
that's
is
right.
a-
I don't know.
He's
why
a
that went
preacher
into my
now.
brain.
He is a preacher. Now.
I don't know why that went into my brain. Although Tobias Harris has been playing his face off.
He has.
And then
He-
Cade Cunningham is very good at basketball.
He's good on that team. Jaden Duran's very good on that team. One of the Thompson twins, because I always mess them up. I think Alsar's on the Pistons too. But again, it's just you play the Magic, and the Magic are bigger than them, and they are bullying them. And another team coming up to do that, like they're not a finesse team. The Magic right now, they're playing hard nosed basketball. And mind you, they're not playing with Franz Wagner right now, and he might be the best player on their team. Sans Paolo Banchero. So it's something to talk about. Wembanyama is good.
He's very good.
That's just my take. It was that Trailblazer series. Trailblazers shouldn't have been there. The fact that they got there was amazing. You see who they don't want to pay?
Their head coach.
They don't want to pay Tiago Splitter. So what are they going to do?
Yeah, the Bulls should get him.
No.
Why?
But the Trailblazers should keep him. I'm okay. They need to get a GM first.
Okay.
But that being said, it's like, the Spurs were obviously going to win this matchup in a very similar way to the Thunder series. It's like, yeah, they're just going to win that matchup. It makes too much sense. They swept the Suns, and the Suns didn't belong there either. I think those are the two best teams in the NBA. I think it's really hard to make an argument against it.
What, OKC in San Antonio?
Yeah. I mean, it's clear, it's obvious, but they just proved it.
We talked about it at length, Vince, in the early part of the season. I mean, we both knew this was going to be the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, like it doesn't even matter what happens after this, but if the Rockets are a prophecy, Mike, then they got to beat one of them.
I don't know if the Rockets are a prophecy. Now, what's interesting is Io playing right now for Minneapolis. Like, he's crushing.
Dude, the Minnesota Timbies are in a
like Io stepped up and
scored 40 points.
Anthony Edwards is out right now with a hyperextended knee.
Don't forget though, we got 4 second-round picks for him. 4.
Yay.
What a haul.
What a haul. Yeah, because we're going to do so much with them. Now.
So stupid. I'm being sarcastic for the people at home.
I said, when you made that trade, I was like, why are you getting rid of like your best player? And he's dogging right now in Minneapolis, and you love to see it.
You just need to be in a team with structure.
Anthony Edwards, hyperextended knee, and then Dante DiVincenzo.
Yep.
What, he tore his Achilles?
Yep. I mean, but it's so sad. Because they're a fun team, and I like that makeup. And to have another scorer like that, you're like, they could do something. This would be fun to watch later in the series. Timberwolves Nuggets is always a fun matchup, and they just got nerfed. They just got straight up fucking nerfed. To lose your best player and your most efficient player in 2 games, and now you're relying on, Julius Randle's very good. Don't get me wrong. But if you're relying on him and Ayo Dosunmu to beat the fucking Nuggets, like, they lead the series. They might beat the Nuggets in 1 game. All they got to do is win 1 more game, but then next matchup, can Ant come back? Obviously, DiVincenzo's out for the entire playoffs, so it's like, what's the...
Looking at this bracket, I don't know if any team's going to be able to get past the Spurs, and then I don't think the Rockets or the Lakers can hang with OKC. They just don't have the horses.
And Shea was like had the most efficient shooting night where he wasn't baiting fouls the other day. Like if Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is shooting 55, 60% from the field, and then they have all the other guys, like what do you do? What do you do? You can't do anything.
If you look at the in-season record for the Spurs against OKC, that team is kind of their kryptonite. So I think that's a series that could go 7. I don't mean to put the cart before the horse, but it looks to be trending in that direction. Now the East is a little different,
East
where
is wide open.
Detroit could potentially make a comeback. It's crazy that you have 4 teams right now, and in their respective series, they're all 3-2.
We didn't even talk about the real killer of this playoff so far.
What's that?
CJ McCollum, dude.
CJ McCollum on the Hawks has been...
He's a little murderer, dude. I don't know where the hell this came from. They've been
stymieing, absolutely stymieing Jalen Brunson. He's been Dino. But then again, 39 points the other night. I mean, is it that big of a difference?
He'll come out and do that. It's just Mike Brown is finally figuring out how to put his fucking lineups out in a correct way. And you need Cat and Jalen Brunson on the court at the same time. And also there's an argument to be made that's like, if you're Karl Anthony Towns, you just have to remember that you're the best player on the court. There's no question he is.
Once again,
as far as
one
talent.
basketball.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, you can go in there and you could cause a ruckus in the lane. You can do that against the Hawks. You can get a rebound and a putback against the Hawks. Don't be sitting in the corner waiting for threes the whole time. Get the ball, get involved, and then shoot when you're open. That's the only way that's going to work out. And it seems like it's happened the last couple games. And like, on Tuesday, they won 28-97. You're like, all right, is the Jalen Johnson, CJ McCollum thing over? You could end it today. This is the thing. 3 of these series could be ended today when we're recording this. So like a different opinion after that. But just the fact that we're 3-2 on 4, 5, 6, and out of how many matchups? There's 8 matchups right now, and 5 or 6 of them are all 3-2. That's what you dream for. That's what you hope for.
That's what you hope if you're the NBA, because you want to try and get more eyeballs on this league, which notoriously, had a pretty bad year overall.
They had record-setting numbers for viewership, which is insane.
What, in the playoffs?
No, in the regular season.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why all those numbers are such bullshit too, though. Like I don't know where they get their analytics from, but you can't believe that's
could be getting plays from machines. There's no doubt about it.
It gives me the it's no way. Last one, Cavaliers Raptors. The Cavs are better than the Raptors. The same way the Pistons are better than the Magic. RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes are just going to come in and eat your lunch if you're the Cavs. And James Harden in game 6s and 7s is not very good.
Well, historically, yes, but you hope that can change now. He's been playing pretty well this series.
Old dog.
So, true. You just hope he doesn't do some stupid shit. But, ultimately, let's face it. This whole team runs through Donovan Mitchell. So.
Right, and if he plays bad too. Okay, so we have 6 matchups. Give me 2 that were the most likely the upsets, and then we'll move on.
2 that are the upsets out of the 6?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think Orlando. I'm going to say Orlando and Minnesota.
Minnesota is technically the underdog now.
Mm-hmm. Because they don't have anybody. I think if Io can go on a stretch.
Okay, got you. So you're taking Minnesota.
I think Minnesota could do it.
Okay.
I think you got 1 game to win. You're up 3-2. But granted, you never know what happens to a team after you drop, 2 of your best players. But if Io has some games where he comes out and he looks great.
Right. All you got to do is all they got to do is win 1. That's the argument.
Correct.
I think the Raptors could beat the Cavs. I watched 3 of those games. Something's going on where they can't guard the Raptors properly. Like they have 2 of the games. The other game was a buzzer beater, but something about Toronto in the playoffs, it gives you like the little heebie-jeebs. And then just for the fun of it, Rockets win this. Don't give the Lakers an opportunity to come. Don't give the Lakers an opportunity to come. And also, they beat them by 30 last game. So maybe the Lakers are out of gas. Fuck it.
Lakers could be out of gas, but isn't he getting his great white hope back? Meaning
he is, but LeBron's getting Luka back, but I don't think that's happening this round.
No, who's the other guy? Number 15.
Reeves.
What's his name? Reeves. Yeah.
Same thing. I don't know if he's coming back yet. He might.
That could be huge.
Yeah. That could be huge. He's
dude.
A shooter, dude. You can't have Bronny shooting threes. It's just
no, you can't have Bronny. Which Bronny, I give Bronny credit. He's actually kind of turned it around.
He plays his position. He plays good defense that you could play in the NBA if you do that. But it's just, Rui Hachimura getting 30 minutes, Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard getting 30-plus minutes. Like, that's not a playoff team, dude. I don't care who you are. But they're making it happen. It's just they gotta do something. And I think the Rockets just have more talent. So you got to expect them to win.
Okay. I like where your head's at. That was my prophecy. So time will.
I'll go. Mikey Prophet, dude.
Vince is rolling with me. I love to see it.
I love basketball.
Vince loves basketball. Now, we're not very coursed at this stage with
hockey.
But let's talk a little bit about that hockey, shall we?
Yeah.
Shout out to little Vince. So when we're talking hockey, okay, we don't really know how to do that hockey. Vince knows more about doing that hockey than Mike. But right now, okay, Anaheim's leading the Oilers 3-2, which to our prophecy and conversation a couple weeks ago, McDavid, talk about being nerfed. That's crazy.
And that's what other Vince called too. He's like, dude, I don't know if the Oilers make it out of the first round.
And this is looking to be this way. So today you have the Oilers and the Ducks playing in Anaheim. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. And then you have the Star and the Wild going into a 3-2 series where Minnesota is beating Dallas, which is also another one where, dude, if you look across these series, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 4 series right now that are also stuck at 3-2, which is Minnesota, Dallas, then Anaheim Oilers, 5. And then the Canadiens Lightning and Mammoth
Sabres
and
Bruins and Knights Mammoth. Awesome.
Crazy.
Keep giving me 3-2s, man. I love it. Feels like there's always in every sport, there's always like 3 sweeps, and then the other ones are fun. And those 3 sweeps are the guys that are obviously going to win. And I know the NHL playoffs is more fun, but still, like this, the Sabres, dude. The Buffalo Sabres, that's an office joke, by the way, for the people at home. They should have wrapped this one up with a bow tie, like 2 games ago. And as a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 20 years, you better damn well hope that you win on Friday night. Because if you're going into a Game 7 against a Bruins team that's older and some of them have already been to the playoffs before, you're probably not winning that game, dude.
Well, Vince, the problem is the Sabres go to Boston tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or tonight, for that record. So we got to be mindful of that, too. You go into Boston, you go into the Garden.
Yeah.
And you got 2 teams right now in the playoffs, being the Celtics and the Bruins.
It's hype.
I mean, the city's going to be electric.
But what's harder, Mike, winning away in Game 6 when you're up in the series, or winning at home against a veteran team in Game 7 when you haven't been to the playoffs in 20 years? Pick your poison.
I'm always going to say home field advantage is better.
Even in Game 7?
Point. Yes.
Play with
Especially
some padding.
Game 7.
Win it tonight.
Dude, of course you want to win it tonight, but the odds are stacked against you. And then you look at the Canadiens playing the Lightning. They have the Canadiens, you assholes, that keep fucking with me on that one.
I think it's ends, by the way.
The Canadiens.
Yeah.
Canadiens. Okay. So they're beating the Lightning, which the Lightning was one of the best teams in NHL this year.
Yeah.
I'm just kind
Some
of
people thought that was smoke and mirrors. Some people thought it was smoke and mirrors. I think, like, grand scheme of things, number one, the Penguins made a push. They were on the route of getting swept. And the fact that they lost, what was it, yesterday in OT against the Flyers, you're like, okay, confident Philly, a little less confident now. But speaking of 2 teams in the playoffs at the same time, Philadelphia, who would have thunk it?
True.
Who would have thunk it? And they're
Northeast teams are rocking right now.
They are. And, those are 2 cities you don't want to be the opposing team in those cities. I think, honestly, for me, though, Wild Stars is the most fun, the most even of all the matchups, in my humble
I'd agree
opinion.
with that.
And if you're Connor McDavid, this is a legacy situation right now. You can't go to 2 Stanley Cups and lose in the first round. It's going to get a little Josh Allen, but even worse.
Well, and the mobility in hockey isn't like it is in other sports, primarily the NFL, or if we.
But you only play maximum minute and a half shifts in and out, like.
True. So the mobility of like going to a new market and teaming yourself up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about
salaries. Yeah, salary caps are a little bit different. So it's
they'll be paying. If he wants to go anywhere, people will pay for him.
Of course, I'm not saying
this is like Pat Mahomes
but
saying, "I need to go somewhere." Like anybody's taking him.
He's the best player in the game. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be interesting. What are some of your predictions? Who do you think moves on to the next round?
I think the Sabres win on Friday night.
Okay.
I think the Oilers Ducks go to Game 7, and I don't even want to pick because the Ducks are fun, even though they should bring back their old jerseys. Wild Stars need to go to 7 games for the sake of how fun that series is. And then Golden Knights beat the Mammoth. Lightning Canadiens, I don't even know what to do with it.
Okay. This Golden Knights series is interesting to me. I think they have the team to win in this close of a series. I feel like the Mammoth kind of are proving like, hey, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see the Knights.
The Mamboni, dude.
The Mamboni. I could see the Knights going the distance in this series, but winning. I think the Canadiens are going to win this series. I feel like they have a home win tomorrow. And then the Sabres, to your point, I don't know. I feel like Boston's going to pull a rabbit out of the hat here. It feels like a Boston upset.
You don't want it for the city of Buffalo, though.
True.
I want it. So I'm just going to put that out. Good juju in the air. Like, I just want it to happen because they
Good
need
juge,
it.
dude.
They
Good
need
little
it,
good
dude.
juge.
Do it for
Got a little
Pizza
good
Steve, dude.
Do it for Pizza Steve. Okay. Vince, the NFL draft. happened.
Draft.
To Chicago Joe's point where the Bears took some great white guys.
They got to take some cheerleaders. They're not going to be cold anymore.
Yeah, we do need some cheerleaders. The draft happened. Round one kind of went according to predictions.
Yeah.
If
Kind
you're a
of.
draft, yeah, not my predictions.
Not a lot of people's predict. There was somebody let's look at the picks, but I want to highlight the big what the fucks in the winners and losers because there's one what the fuck.
There's a couple what the fucks.
There's
okay.
one what the fuck was that?
So in the top 10, we had Fernando Mendoza, David
Yep.
Bailey out of Texas Tech to the Jets.
Okay, it was a this or that for that.
What's that?
The David Bailey pick was it's either him or Arvell Reese, you'd have to assume.
Yeah, it was going to be that. Now, Jeremiah Love going to the Cardinals was, in my opinion,
smoke.
I didn't think it was real either because there's so many needs on that team, but I guess you just go best player available.
He's going to be so good. And they have so much money tied up in
what
there.
line? Behind what line is he going to be good?
I mean, that's the thing. He's going to find ways to be good because he's that fast and shifty. But he's not going to be as good as he should be on a team that has a line that's ready for him. Because he's also been playing behind a Notre Dame line for 3 years.
Which are all very good.
Right. And the other argument is he's low tread on the tires because he's been sharing carries every year. So it's this or that. They have a lot of money in that running back room too. I don't understand why they're filling that thing up because Algier went there too. Don't forget.
Well, I'm just trying to understand the thought process here. Did you not get a dancing partner? Nobody wanted to trade up?
Must
Clearly
have been.
nobody did.
Or they really thought Carson Beck was the guy.
Well, I'm not saying take a quarterback.
No,
Okay.
they did. They took him.
I know they took Carson Beck in the later rounds, which we'll talk about. But what I'm just curious to understand from a perspective of a GM, what you have so many needs on this team. The best offensive lineman's on the board. Why aren't you trying to get back in this?
Well, I mean, they always say famously the best ran organization in the NFL is the Arizona Cardinals.
It's not. And I like LaFleur. But
and maybe that was a him pick, but he's not. If he's a guy building a team, I wouldn't assume that his first pick isn't going to be running back. Even though I do believe Jeremiah Love is generational. I don't know. Is it Adrian Peterson going to the Vikings?
It
I don't
doesn't
think so.
it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't even feel like Ronnie what was his name? Ronnie I was going to say Ronnie Coleman. What was his name? The
Ron
two
Dane?
Auburn guys. Yeah. No, you had Cadillac Williams and you had Ronnie Brown.
Ronnie Brown.
There
Were
we
they
go.
Auburn?
So yeah, they were both at Auburn.
Oh yeah, because
They both
Cadillac
valued.
Williams went to the Buccaneers.
Correct. So I will say
And who were
at
the
this
Arkansas
time,
ones?
McFadden,
And
Samaje Perine.
no brothers.
Oh, I don't know.
Julio Jones.
Oh yeah, the other Julio.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now,
Jones.
a pick that kind of had me scratch my head considering the Titans are led by a defensive guy and Robert Saleh was Carnell Tate at 4. Vince, you called that. I was blown away at that.
You want to know? Hey, all right, name 2 Titans wide receivers.
Calvin Ridley.
Is he still on the team?
I don't know. And then, yeah, I don't know.
There's the answer. Cam Moore's got to throw the ball to someone. You might as well.
True.
Was it high for him? Certainly.
Yeah, I would have been looking at trading back or taking Arvell Reese, which went to the Giants, which, yeah, I had that pegged. I kind of had either that or Fanu for an offensive lineman.
What a defense on that team now. What a defense.
Where does Kayvon Thibodeau fit? Where do all
they're
these
not trading him.
linebackers fit? Where does he fit, though? I don't get it. Are you going to put Arvell Reese at an off-ball linebacker position? I don't know what you're going to do.
I also don't like how they're labeling players because, Arvell Reese could play linebacker. He might be an edge guy or an OLB, like a Khalil Mack type thing. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna play him as. I don't know how new head coach John Harbaugh plans on playing him at. But if you're talking about talent by itself, you have Arvell Reese, you have Brian Burns, you don't have Dexter Lawrence anymore, excuse me. You got Kayvon Thibodeau. You got, what's his name? Fucking Penn State guy that sucked last year but shouldn't have. Why is he still in my mind?
Kayvon Thibodeau. Oh.
No, Thibodeau was Oregon.
Oh, his
third overall? He was amazing in the playoffs. He was amazing at Penn State. What the hell? I'm actually mad about this.
It's not Brian Burns.
Why is this happening to me?
Abdul Carter.
Oh my God. And he wasn't good last year, but I still believe he's going to be very good. He was very good. He was getting Micah Parsons comps coming out of college.
If you're the Bears, do you call the Giants and say, hey, you want to trade us one of these guys?
You do.
What's the price?
I think posturing has something to do with it, with like we're not going to trade him. We still want him just to like up his value, whatever you're going to do. I would, if I were them. That being said, I actually kind of believe that Harbaugh wants to keep all the guys for as long as they can and see what happens.
That's fair. You see what you have. Now, pick 6, the Browns traded with the Chiefs, and the Chiefs trade up to take a cornerback to get Mansour Delane out of LSU.
They must have. That, or they must have heard someone was sniffing for corner. Corner was not in my bingo card for going that high this year.
It's 6. No
and
shot.
If you get a legendary, like if a Champ Bailey's up there, then yeah, take him at 6. If Mansour Delane's that good, which I don't believe he is, and I don't think he's going to be, but you can say what you want about draft grades, but you're not going to know until 2 years from now. Go and get him there, and it's worth it. Do I think he would have went to any of those other teams? Absolutely fucking not. I don't think any of those teams are taking Mansour Delane.
I don't think anybody's sniffing to take Mansour Delane, but
you could have got him at 9. You could have got him at 9.
You're the Chiefs, okay. Now, pick 7, Sonny Styles, Ohio State. That's a kind of a no-brainer with your head coach being who he is in Washington.
I thought it was Caleb Dance.
Could have been Caleb Downs. I'm surprised too because they do need safety help, but they also need linebacking help because, let's face it, they had like the oldest guys in the NFL.
Yeah, their D was like average 34 years old or something like that.
Yeah, but when you have Dan Quinn as your head coach, he wants defensive talent. He's going to put that's going to be like his quarterback of the defense wearing the green little label. Now, Jordan Tyson, ASU.
Call me Hitman because I sniped that shit, bitch.
You did. I was like, Jordan Tyson to the Saints. Vince called. I was like, wow, I'm surprised. Granted, he's a freak of nature. He's like 6'3".
Yeah.
It just catches anything.
When we did our draft, I was looking at like betting odds, and it just seemed like everybody was like, the Saints really like this guy. He was injured. So we don't know what he's going to be. He's got the intangibles. He's fast as shit. Perfect for Tyler Shuck. Get the ball down there. Jordan Tyson somewhere. I think he's going to be very good.
Him and Chris Olave, this could be special.
Yeah. Who needs Rashid Shaheed when you got Jordan Tyson?
Well, they're two very different players. Shout out to Rashid.
I'm saying because he played
dog.
wide receiver 2 for them last year until he got traded.
Now, pick 9 for the Browns, which a lot of people are giving the Browns like big ratings.
I love it. I think they had a good. I think he had a good draft. A
lot of people are saying they had a solid draft. They take Spencer Fanu, Utah.
I like it. He's a beast.
I think he's a monster.
Both that line last year for Ohio or for Utah was too good for the people that they were playing. It's just. Both bookends on that line were just too big, and it was just unbelievable. I think he's going to be good.
When they beat Kansas State last year, because they were just pushing them around, and basically Kansas State came back late in that game, and then out of nowhere, there was like 30 seconds left, and then Utah won. Utah comes out of nowhere to win that game. Absolutely insane.
Yep.
So Spencer Fanu's a dog. There's also another one here that we should talk about shortly, but Francis Miauga from Miami at 10 for the Giants
was
the biggest head scratcher I've seen in a draft ever when I thought Caleb Downs was going at this pick. I
did too. Or depending on who was talking about him, I thought Caden Proctor was going top 10 probably. I thought he was probably going to be the second OT off the board, and they said, nah. Granted, Mayugoa, I don't still know how to say his name.
Miauga.
In the playoffs, he was a game changer until he got hurt. And when he got hurt, it was like, uh-oh.
When you're a big guy and you're carrying around this much weight, you do get hurt.
He's a fucking big dude. But again, like, if you're the Giants, like, who are you trying to protect? You're keeping Jackson Dart and you're keeping Cam Scatterbo, and you have to protect him. I don't think it's a bad idea. And also, the Giants spent a lot of capital on defense recently. Maybe get a lineman. Maybe let Jackson Dart have more than 2 seconds in the pocket.
I understand, but Caleb Downs, you would have gotten two of the best defensive players in the draft. It just made too much sense, but I guess
that would have been nasty.
That would have been very nasty. Now, Caleb Downs goes to the Cowboys at 11. They traded.
Yeah.
They trade up for this pick.
Makes sense. He's totally a Cowboy.
It's nuts to me.
When that happened, I was like, sometimes fates are supposed to be matched, and Caleb Downs is just totally a Cowboy. There's just no question.
Caden Proctor to Bama. Or Caden Proctor to the Dolphins. That makes a lot of sense. Get your bookend, new head coach, all the things.
Yeah.
But pick 13.
It's insane. History.
Ty Simpson goes to the Rams. Ty Simpson was a starting quarterback for a season for Bama. And I don't think he was that great.
I don't think he was either.
One thing leads to another, and you got Les Snead making the phone call to put this pick in when you have some of the best defensive talent and offensive talent still on the board.
Les Snead knows the Simpsons.
What do you mean?
He knows them. He knows his dad.
Okay.
And
interesting.
Before
he
went to Alabama, when he was at Alabama, rather, coming into the draft, they talked to Les Snead about his draft possibility and where he thinks he would go. And Les Snead told him, supposedly, it's all alleged, this is just a story that came out. He told him that he thinks he looks NFL ready, and he thinks that he can get drafted in the first 2 rounds. That's what he told them, so they said, okay, I'm going to do it. So he already knows him. Is that why he did it? Who fucking knows? But Sean McVay didn't look too jacked about it.
Sean McVay, that phone call that they made, that they showed, like, oh, yeah. like Ty Simpson was like, I'm so honored, coach. We're going to win. We're going to win some championships.
Let's go prove them all wrong.
He was like, yeah, no. He literally said, yeah, no. And then when asked about it, he's going to compete with Stetson for the backup spot.
Yeah,
it's like,
which he should anyway. But it's just I can't believe they drafted him there.
I understand drafting a quarterback to develop in the 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, but
they were 1 win away.
Round, when you could have got maybe the best guard in the draft,
yeah.
Let him go. Ruben Bain's still on the board. Kenyon Sadiq's on the board. Best tight end in the draft. You could have got another weapon. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
They're trying to Los Angeles to Green Bay pipeline. They're trying to make Ty Simpson sit behind Matt Stafford for a year or 2, learn from the best quarterback in the NFL right now, the former MVP, and then bring him in and plays well. He's got intangibles. He has the ability to be a good quarterback.
I understand that, but he was
I'm with
not
you.
A day one guy, in my opinion.
He wasn't. I don't think he was. And if anybody wanted to pick him, it would have been stupid. He will not be in the game if the Rams are making a push to the Super Bowl. He will not be in the game in the NFC Championship or the divisional round. And I know you're trying to draft for the future and plan for all that shit. The Rams were a game away from winning the Super Bowl. They could have easily won the Super Bowl last year. They just ran into a buzzsaw with Seattle, and they said, what's the best way to compete with Seattle right now is draft a 2nd string, possibly 3rd string quarterback next year. It just didn't make any sense. It didn't make a lick of sense. And if he's good in the future, then we're all going to be like, oh, we're so dumb for saying that. I still don't think we are, because they needed guys next year that are going to come in and make an impact right away and win them another Super Bowl before Stafford's gone.
That's why this pick doesn't make any sense. Now,
Yeah.
14, Ravens go offensive guard Olave Ione, which
Good
makes
for
a
them.
ton of sense for them. Ruben Bain stays in Florida, goes from Miami
I
to
like that.
Buffalo.
I like that
or
move.
to the Bucks. I'm so surprised that he lasted this long. It's
I am too.
insane to me.
I thought he was going to get all the way to the Bears.
I was like,
no
yeah, oh my God.
no one's taking him.
Could Ruben Bain go to the Bears? Now, a head scratcher for me for the Jets for their second first round pick.
Ooh, disagree.
Kenyon City, it doesn't make a ton of sense.
He's
to
a
me.
fucking athlete, dude. And he's barely
I
a tight
know.
end.
I know what he is. He's a freak. I'm just saying you don't have a quarterback. You have Geno Smith.
Yeah, but they weren't going to draft a quarterback here.
I get it. Just doesn't make a ton of sense.
But if
Blake
you have him
Miller-
in there, you know,
Blake Miller to the Lions makes a ton of sense.
good
You're
for them. Maybe
losing
a reach,
Frank
but good for them.
Ragnow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just makes sense for that team. And chances are they're going to take their stud right tackle in Sewell and probably move him to left tackle and put this guy at right tackle. Caleb Banks to
New
the
GM.
Vikings.
New idea.
Doesn't
I don't know.
make any sense to me. I don't get this pick, but everybody thought Dylan Thieneman's going to the Vikings.
Yeah, because they
And
thought
that-
he was like Harrison Smith, and the only comp to Harrison Smith and Dylan Thieneman is white safety. And I was listening to a
Not
bunch of people. No, if you watch how they play, Harrison Smith's comp was not like Dylan Thieneman's closer to a Kevin Byard comp than a Harrison Smith comp. Dylan Thieneman is a cover safety. He is a ball hawk. You can't put him in single pressure. Harrison Smith is a fucking hitter. He's a murderer. That is not Dylan Thieneman. So it's like you can't even comp them as safety styles, to be honest. It doesn't make any sense.
That's fair. I don't disagree with that statement, to your point, white. But then again,
Yeah.
I don't truly understand this thought process with the Vikings, but okay.
Hey, if
You pray
that's
for
one
him.
of those, if he's good, then it was 18. It's not like they're drafting fifth.
Now, Monroe Freeling, left tackle from Georgia, going at 19 is insane to me. But
Yeah, I
then
get
again,
it.
Caucasian left tackle kind of
Yep.
makes sense.
Right.
I hate to say it.
The only weird thing about it is he didn't play in the Big Ten. That's the only weird thing. Or at Notre Dame.
Now, the Eagles switch spots with the Cowboys
Yeah.
and take Mekhi Lemon at 20.
AJ Brown secession plan.
So A.J. Brown's clearly out, but
Feels like it.
I'm so lost for the Steelers because the Steelers were going to take him at 21.
No. Yeah.
And then they called him to say that.
yeah.
And then if you watch the video, it's hysterical. His agent, meaning Mekhi Lemon's agent's like,
yeah.
why are the Eagles calling me? He's like, they're taking you right now. And the trade happened and Mekhi Lemon is an Eagle.
Hey, they probably said, hey, you'll be coming to Pennsylvania. And he's like, I guess I am. It's wrong
Going
side.
to Pennsylvania either way. You're still going to be fucking cold.
Wrong
Max,
side.
this pick was confusing.
Ian Chore. I don't know.
Ian Chore.
All I'm saying is Renegade came on and it was hype as fuck. And it played for so long in the draft because like, it was in Pittsburgh. This one didn't make a lot of sense to me, but you know, either it's cope or it's true. Supposedly the Steelers have been on this guy for a minute.
It is the most McCarthy pick I've ever seen. It's like, get a bookend,
sure.
build that offense around a bookend. It's safe.
Yeah.
Akeem Mesidor, Miami to the Chargers is another pick. I was hoping that he would fall to the Bears. That doesn't happen.
I like him going there. I thought he was going earlier too, but both sides of that. I mean, that entire defensive line was insane last year. So it's going to be interesting to see how those guys play. I think he fits in Los Angeles like a fucking plug. I almost said San Diego. I still want them to be in San Diego.
It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
Malachi Lawrence, UCF edge. That was a stretch for me for the Cowboys.
But that was also the end of the Bears drafting an edge in the first round. That was the
I understand that. What I'm a little lost for the Cowboys is like, okay, you're trying to clearly get some pieces in here. That
You know
will
what sucked
grow with
last
your
year?
team. Their defensive line, I understand.
horrible.
They got rid of Micah
Their
Parsons.
entire defense was bad last year.
But Malachi Lawrence doesn't necessarily look like Micah Parsons, but I
No.
digress. right? So, I mean,
Different
he didn't
identity.
start a ton at UCF. So,
Yeah.
time will tell on that pick. Casey Concepcion,
Yep.
that was insane to me.
He was good
I
last
wasn't
year, though.
I didn't think he was going in the first round.
I didn't either. I thought he was going to be like Luther Bird in early second, but again, like, hey, name 3 Browns receivers right now.
Jerry
Judy. Right. They needed somebody to throw the ball to. They got a tight end, fan in. They short up their line. Their defense is good. Get them a receiver and see if Shador's good or Deshaun Watson's good or any of the other guys on the fucking team now because they drafted another one.
And we'll talk about it here shortly. But Dylan Thieneman then to the Bears at 5. Vince, you called this. I was hoping it was going to be somebody different. But
no, I love it. I think he was very good. I think his comp to Caleb Downs was a lot closer than what you were saying, but it seemed like grade-wise he was very similar. He is not without fault, for sure, but I think this is a guy that Dennis Allen likes, and I like him next to Kobe Bryant. They play yin and yang, white chocolate, the 3-1-2, we can call him. When they drafted him, I was like, hell yeah, and you were like, fuck. So you and I were.
I was bored with this pick because there was a lot of thoughts. What I do appreciate, though, is that they didn't reach for him.
He should have went earlier.
A lot of people were saying he was going to the Vikings, to your point.
Yeah.
Or earlier. Now, in my opinion, I feel like he can just be a solid piece in our backfield. And to your point, bring some speed in here. Are we going to get some tops taken off of us with him? No. He can hit. He can tackle well. He's, to your point, a ball hawk.
Covered sacks. No, that was fucking Ryan Poles saying. Well,
Ryan Poles. Oh yeah, so the whole goal is to make him hold on to the football longer. Yeah. Oh no shit.
You can get to the quarterback if they hold on to the ball.
When you look at the guys who are still on the board, like Peter Woods from Clemson or Keldrick Falk at Auburn, who I
didn't want either of them in the first round though. At 25.
Keldrick Falk, I think, is a freak.
Like Mike Green.
His intangibles, Mike Green is going to be good in the NFL. Shit.
Okay. All right.
6'5", 276, and he's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Granted, had a down year, but he's an absolute unit. So in my eyes, like, I'm trying to take a guy who's a physical freak. Do I think Thieneman's a safer pick? Yes. Would Keldrick Falk would have made sense? Yes. But that's my opinion.
Well, and this is hey, we'll see what happens now. That's where we're at.
The rest of this draft was a little sleepy. I just want to talk about Caleb Lomu and his little dance when he got drafted.
Yeah.
It was hysterical.
Zesty little white boy.
He's a zesty little guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he replaces. I don't think he replaces Will Campbell. I just think they're just going to pair. They know they got their quarterback's head kicked in last year, and I feel like this is a nice little option to protect. Now, who would have thought that 2 running backs would have gone in the first round, one being at the top half and the other being at the back half, and then Keldrick? So Jadarian Price goes. I was going to say
I did say that because we had that conversation because we talked about Arkansas and we talked about Auburn. It's like, when's the last time this happened? This is very realistic. What team needs a running back? The team that just lost theirs, they draft last in the first round. Jadarian Price is a hell of a running back. The Notre Dame running back duo was insane last year. Do I think he's going to be great as a 1? I don't know. We'll see. People are calling him a power back. He's not really a power back. He's just more of a power back than Jeremiah Love was. I think he'll be good for them. And again, what position do they need? Safety?
Correct. Well,
or maybe a linebacker?
And then safety. That's what you could have said.
Safeties are gone.
In my eyes. I understand what you're saying.
Value.
All the safe. But then again, when you looked at this, okay, it was crazy to me that the Browns in the 3rd round got Emmanuel McNeil-Warren or back half of the 2nd round.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, I know you. Yeah. It's like you could have. I think Thieneman's a lot better, to be honest.
I don't know if he's a lot better. He's a little bit better.
I think he's a lot better. We'll see what happens.
Let's talk about this Bears draft. So to your point, or to Chicago Joe's point, Dylan Thieneman.
Yep.
White guy. Logan Jones. White guy.
Yep.
Sam Roush, tight end.
White guy. Yep.
I'm a little lost with the center and the tight end. I understand.
They were value picks this year, Mike. We were taking value picks. We were taking who's the best guy available for somewhat of a positional need. You get Bradbury for 1 year. You put Logan Jones in. You slot him in. He gets catch up for life. All of that's great at 57. Do you want an edge rusher? Yes, you do. At the point that we got Logan Jones. You look at what? How many? Yakus off the board. Zion Young off the board. Derek Moore off the board. You're at another cliff fall of edge rush talent where you're like, is this going to make sense? You don't see another edge rusher getting picked for the rest of the round after that. I get it. I wasn't jacked. I saw that and I'm like, this is fine. The next round is where I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? But like Logan Jones, sure. He seems good. Short arms. Don't leave him alone, but he'll be good after a couple of years and he's going to run the offense for 12 years and then we're rocking.
When Dennis Sutton was on the board in the 4th round and you could have taken him or moved up to get him.
Logan Jones is way better.
I understand Logan Jones's. I'm talking about the 3rd round picks.
Oh,
that you traded back. Like Sam Roush, I don't get. I understand a lot of 13 personnel on this offense.
So many people are making that argument. And you're like, dude, I know we need a Smythe replacement, but guess what else we need? Like Dio Adingbu. What are we doing?
A replacement for Dio Adingbu.
Austin Booker's lifting weights. You're like, dude, bring somebody else in for depth. I get it. This guy's a great blocking tight end. He can be the 3rd tight end in the system. The 3rd string guy should not be drafted in the 3rd round. There's too many guys on a football field to do that. You got to pick somebody with, get Romello Height for fuck's sake. Like he came in right after him. If he's good, then all's forgiven like everybody else. This is the draft. It just happened. Who knows? I don't get it. Okay. Good for you. Could have picked Drew Aller. Could have had him.
I don't get this.
No.
I'm not saying we're taking Drew Aller. What I'm saying
I was kidding. That was a joke. I'm making that clear.
There's defensive talent on the board. You have a lot of needs. I don't get it. I really don't. And then, the back half of this draft, you take Jordan Von Denberg, which nobody ever heard of.
I did, surprisingly so. And the only reason that I did, and I was actually jacked about this, one, keep your expectations realistic. You picked him in the 7th round, right? If I'm not mistaken. Maybe
6th round.
6th round. He played rugby in South Africa. He is a crazy, crazy athlete. He is like, where you can get value there is like the Jordan Mailata. It's like, we'll see what happens. He played in Australia. This guy played in South Africa. He's a monster. He's big, fast, tall, strong. If he can come in there and play defense tackle sometimes, awesome. You can't expect him to be fucking TJ Watt.
Once again, I think the biggest head scratcher is Xavier Thomas.
It's the 6th round, but Xavier Thomas. They picked up a gadget returner at that spot. I like the Malik Muhammad pickup. There's Xavier Thomas. We picked him at like 157 or something like that. Was that where we were at in the draft, give or take?
Yeah.
And I think he was rated at like 322.
It was the 25th pick in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
He was rated 22 or 222 in general. Like he was a day 3 guy. I don't get this. Doesn't make any sense.
And I'm like, oh, he'll come in and do the Malik Raymond stuff. And you're like, or Khalif Raymond or whatever his name is.
It's like, we already have Khalif.
We already got him. Yeah, why? What are we doing?
It's just Ben Johnson wanting more toys is what this felt like.
He was in charge of this draft. You could tell he was in charge of this draft. Because even Poles was like, he was definitely in charge. Poles saying coverage sacks in the back of his head. He's like, should have got a fucking defensive lineman. But it was like,
I don't know if that. I feel like they're in lockstep with this, but like the tight ends, the center,
they're never
the gadget wide
50-50.
receiver. It just doesn't make a ton of sense.
It's
Maybe he knows
50-50.
something. Listen, he drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown. And Amon-Ra St. Brown has
He's
turned
good.
out to be one of the best wide receivers in football.
Yep.
So maybe this is something where they know something we don't. Now, Malik Muhammad, I love this pick in the fourth
I liked it a
round.
lot.
This was the pick I was like, okay, I actually really like this. He's big body, great man corner, and somebody who can now put the pressure on Stevenson in our defensive backfield and say, okay, now we have a true replacement. And I hate to say it, when Kyler Gordon's on the field, he's good, but this guy,
he's often
hopefully
not on the
plays.
field. We needed depth. We needed depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what was our number one need going into the draft? Defensive line. Did we do anything with it? No. People didn't get that mad about them not picking up any defensive linemen because they're like, we're going to use the draft picks that we have to get some defensive linemen. We didn't do that. We didn't update it at all. We gave up. Our defensive, run defense was a sieve. It's not going to be fixed at all this way.
Well, I like the Grady Jarrett pick, and I like some of these guys, but Dexter Lawrence hasn't proven he can stay on the field or
Grady
be.
Jarrett wasn't good last year.
No, he wasn't on the field a lot,
Right?
And him and Dexter Lawrence. I mean, granted, Dexter Lawrence is kind of proven what he is.
Jervon
He's
Dexter.
not very.
Dexter Lawrence. I wish we had Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, Jervin Dexter. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jervin Dexter has not proven shit. You
Right.
hope that the pick out of Texas A&M last year, whose name is preceding me, Shamar Turner, is going to be something after his injury. Dio coming back. I mean, a guy that size, I don't think he's coming back from an
Montez
Achilles
Sweat's a
injury.
year older. Austin Booker lifts a lot of weights. That's what we're helping.
Austin Booker played what? After week 9 through last year and had 4.5 sacks.
He was good for half the year.
So if he can put on some more size and
do you want to rely on that?
No.
Yeah, me either. I don't like that's the problem.
So do you bring in a Von Miller? Do you bring in a Jadeveon Clowney?
No.
Do you bring in an Espinosa?
Let all the olds be old and
AJ Espinosa is not old. He's 28 years old. He's a defensive edge rusher.
Oh. I was thinking of the other guy then.
There are some things here. Now, did you see the what are they calling him?
Epinesa?
Epinesa, yes.
Okay. I was thinking of the Matt Milano, I think, something like that. Sorry, go on.
No, Matt Milano's a dog.
Uh-huh.
But Epinesa could be a pick for you. I mean, that could be a nice little addition. He's 28 years old. Come in, create some more competition.
Todd.
Cam Hayward, maybe, because he has, some relevance to the defense. Yes, but another old. Now, did you see their UDFAs, meaning the Bears?
Not Diego Pavia, but no, I didn't.
Diego Pavia goes to the Ravens.
The Ravens. I kind of like it.
Drew Aller looked so upset that he was going to the Steelers. He just looked like, fuck.
Well, yeah, but also you're not going to play anywhere, buddy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your guy, I forgot about this. I did see this. Your guy's on the Bears now, dude. Your number one guy.
Who?
Miller Moss.
I fucking love Miller Moss, dude.
Yeah, your number one guy, dude.
He sucked, though. He sucked really bad at USC after
bad.
He was horrible.
He
had like one good game, and then they were losing to Minnesota. You're like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? How are we losing to Minnesota?
But
I am
third string, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, the guy that I did like that they brought in, they're calling the White Gorilla, I believe.
Okay.
Or the White Chocolate Gorilla.
Jaden Loving.
Yes, he's a monster out of
Wake
Wyoming.
Forest DT. Oh, You're not talking about him. You're talking about the Wyoming.
No.
Yeah. Caden Barnett.
I don't get excited about UDFAs. There's a lot of these influencers on TikTok. It should be like, the Bears are bringing in a UDFA that could potentially make the roster. It's like, no.
I can potentially make the roster, right? Everybody can. Will they? That's the question. That is the question. I don't know. We'll see. You don't really know. You got a place kicker. Is he better than Cairo? I don't know. Miller Moss isn't going to start. There's the only answer. Other than that, shout out Squirrel White.
Where'd Squirrel White go?
He's the UDA. UDFA.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. Congrats on
I have
Florida's.
Squirrel White in my Madden league.
Well, now he's a Bear, so congratulations.
It could happen.
Yeah.
He could be the guy. Talk about a gadget guy. He's
Right.
fast as shit. He's only
Luckily,
like
we only
5'5"
have 7 of those. Yeah, I know.
Hey, Give Ben Johnson all the toys. That's all you can say.
I guess. Yeah. So I
Give
don't
him
know.
all
We'll
the
see.
toys.
Oh yeah, and Olin Kreutz's son.
That you kind of thought was going to happen.
Yeah, but he's a rookie minicap invite. We'll see what happens. It feels kind of like a Pulse thing.
There were some guys who didn't get drafted, though. That kind of had me, I don't know how to put this, scratch my head.
There you go.
So there are guys who are still unsigned. There was a guy who I wanted the Bears to take. His name is Xavier Harris. I don't know if you've seen this. He may have murdered someone, but
like Mekhi Lemon, kind of.
But
just look
Xavier
scary?
Harris at Ole Miss is 6'8", 330 pounds. And
He's a monster.
Absolute freak of nature. Big disruptor.
Oh, he's Michael
only
Orr size. Jesus Christ.
His only problem, like in Moneyball,
Mhm.
is that he could have killed the guy. So
Did he
there's a
actually?
lot of back and forth right now stating that is he guilty? Is he not? So yeah, he's got some issues right now, but he has rare size and he has some off-field troubles going on.
Pick him up.
As of
See if we
recent.
can tank Johnson his ass. That'd be fun.
Tank Johnson was a dog.
He was so fun. He was a real gangster
He
too.
was
though.
fun. Some other notables: Isaiah World, 6'8", tackle out of Oregon. He doesn't get drafted, and then there's some talent here who just didn't get drafted. Lander Barton. A lot of people thought Lander Barton was going to be a first-round draft pick 2 years ago out of Utah.
That sounds like a guy from Australia. Landed Barton.
And then Mason Rieger, Wisconsin King. Shout out Mason Rieger. I bet you he'll sign somewhere.
Probably. That's like a lot of these guys. They'll probably go somewhere and see what happens. Most of them will fizzle out. And hey, every year, 2 or 3 UDFAs become legitimate. We have one on our roster right now in the wide receiver room. So here's what it is.
That's true. Jade Walker's a dog.
Yep.
I like Jade Walker. Well, you look at this and you just say, okay, maybe the Bears can potentially get somebody in one of these. I know they're making signings left and right, but it's going to be a interesting year. I guess, how do you feel after this draft overall for the Bears? Do you feel like they're better than last year?
I feel like they're exactly the same.
You feel like they're status quo. That's your feeling.
Like, our issues are still our issues. You lose Drew Dahlman. You lose Kevin Byard. You lose DJ Moore. Your receivers get a little bit better this year. They add Dylan Thieneman. They got Bradbury. They got Logan as a backup. Like, I don't think they're much worse, but I don't think they're better. What about them are better? Kobe Bryant's good. You lost Brisker, too. How do you feel?
A lot of unproven talent. That's where I'm at. To your point, I feel like it's status quo. I feel like you have a better idea of what you're doing. At least there's no question marks at
They're not
quarterback
worse.
anymore.
And everybody
just not
getting
better.
mad about all the defensive players leaving. Our defense wasn't good last year. We just had a lot of takeaways.
I'm just confused with some of the choices. But then again, in the words of Colin Cowherd, Howie Roseman will say, if I drafted every need, then chances are we didn't have a good draft.
True.
So you let the board speak to you.
And Ben, we trust.
In Ben, we trust. Any other notable mentions on the NFL draft, Vince?
That was really just so much Pavia talk, and you're like, whatever. He's going to go in and be on the Ravens and be a third-string quarterback. It's fine. Other than that, it wasn't. It's like I said before. It wasn't like the most hyped-up draft. It wasn't that exciting. What you kind of thought would happen would. We'll see. My takeaway is draft grades are so funny, and they're so dumb. And then it always reminds me of that Seahawks draft with Bruce Irvin and Bobby Wagner and Russell Wilson when it was the worst draft ever.
Where they
and
gave
won a
him an
fucking Super Bowl.
F.
Yeah. So, like, you don't know what happened. You don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens.
It's very interesting. To your point, we're armchair quarterbacks at the end of the day. So these guys get paid a lot of money to know more than us. You just hope that they're right.
Yep.
And I mean, we can do all the concepts in Madden all we want, and pray that one day somebody listens to the podcast and say those guys are great. No. Those guys are great. We're hiring them to be the new GMs of whatever organization that is.
Don't do that.
Maybe we could look at the Canadian Football League, Vince. Maybe we look at
get ready to learn French, buddy.
Look at the Arena Football League. Did you know that the week after the NFL draft, there's the Canadian Football Draft?
Oh yeah, now I do.
So some guy got picked
the
out of
Arena
Purdue.
Football League's not a thing, is it?
No, the Canadian Football League. So in
Yeah.
the Canadian Football League, they just had their draft, and they just took a lot of guys who didn't get drafted in the NFL draft. I just don't
Great.
understand. Like, is that
Kurt
like,
Warner.
hey, you got to go win a Grey Cup? You know, that's
Why
what you
not?
need to win.
You get the opportunity,
That's-
but you're also going to take in a mini camp invite before you go to the CFL, no matter what. So,
You think? Yeah,
I would.
money's probably better.
and also it's just like, why not? Or like
You don't want
UFL
to play
or
for the
some shit.
Montreal Alouettes.
I would if I have no other option.
Fair.
It's like playing
fair
D2
statement.
basketball. If you want to play basketball, you want to play D1, you don't get D1, you might as well go D2. But the minute you get D1 opportunity, you go.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, hey, one's the big leagues, one's in a completely different country.
Correct. Would you rather play on the Charlotte Knights or the White Sox, Mike?
Oh, the White Sox.
There you go.
Oh,
There's
they
your
won.
answer.
Duh. Yeah, give me that big league money, baby.
Yep.
Love it. Well, everybody, that is the NFL talk. Chicago Joe, we love you, bud.
I love you, Joe.
We love you, Chicago Joe. We don't understand it as much as you do, but the great whites of Chicago are here to stay in the Bears organization. As always, it's a pleasure. Another road
Blessing.
game next week for your boy Mike.
Yeah.
And yeah, as always, we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Talking tales with Mike and Vince. Oh, you know. Jazzy beats while we dispense. Yeah, you know.